Hello, today I'm going to talk about this book that's called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Rodrick Rules. And this is the second book of the series that's called Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This is not a diary, it's a journal. It said in the other book, it doesn't say in this book. I'm going to talk a little bit of this book. How it was that it was very good, very fun, some very much fun things in the book, and if you read it, it's like magic. You don't want to take it, you cannot take it off, but you can put it down, but you really want to read it. And I'm going to read the text back here, then I'm going to talk about this book. And I'm going to read a fun text that I think it was a very fun text. It was very fun, and it was about a monkey, that I can say. But you are going to know that when I read the text. But now I'm going to read the text back here. Whatever you do, don't ask Greg Heffley how he spent his summer vacation, because he definitely doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to talk about the vacation he had on summer. As Greg enters the new school year, he's eager to put the past 3 months behind him, and one event in particular. One event. Should I talk about that event? Okay. Unfortunately for Greg, his older brother Rodrick knows all about the incident Greg wants to keep under wraps. But secrets have a way of getting out, especially when a diary is involved. Or journal is involved. That's much better. But it wasn't I that wrote this book. But I hoped it was I that wrote this book, because I think it was very good. And this one event, it was this Greg and Rodrick, they're going to be with their grandpa. So then they had nothing to do there. So then Greg takes his journal and should write in it, but then Rodrick takes it, then he fall on something, so then how should I say, Greg, he takes the book, so he takes the book and then runs into the bathroom, and then he takes the paper and puts it down in the toilet. So then somebody comes in. He thinks it's Rodrick's, but it's not one sound. So he looks, and then he sees a woman, and then another woman came in, and then another woman, and another woman come in, and then he thought it wasn't them that went into the boys' bathroom. It was Greg that went into the women's bathroom, or a girl's bathroom. So no, why? So then they at least founded him. They founded him, the security. And then Rodrick saw it on the camera, so then he has this, that's the event. But now I'm going to read this text, if I find it. I'm trying to find it. And this book, it's very good actually. I recommend this book to read. This book is, if you don't want to read, you don't want to read fantasy, maybe you want to read a reality, and want it to be fun, read this, because this is the life of Greg Heffley. how he has his life. But now I'm going to read this text. Once and here, Rory Screws Up by Greg Heffley. Once upon a time there was this monkey named Rory. The family lived with him. The family he lived with loved him very much, even though he was constantly screwing things up. Rory! So this man got angry at Rory because it was like a plant. He'd make it so it fall over and break. So not a plant. It can't just break if I'm like 60 what is called? I'm like 20 meters up in the air. If I drop a plant, it doesn't break. So like glass, the thing run to the you put some brown thing in it, and then you take the plant. Taking the plant. It's like a glass jar. But now I'm going to read more. One day, Rory accidentally rang the doorbell, and everybody thought he did it on purpose. So they gave him some bananas as a reward. You're so smart, Rory. Ee! Well, now Rory was going around thinking he was some sort of monkey genius or something, and one day he heard his owner say, My dang car is broken. Broke, I think Greg said wrong. Broken, I think it means. So Rory's primitive mind raced to formulate a plan, and here was he eventually came up with. Rory, fix car. Rory worked all day and all night, and to make a long story short, the end result was not a fixed car. Rory, he braked the car more. After it was all over, Rory had learned a very valuable lesson. Rory is a monkey, and monkey doesn't fix cars. The end. And that was the text I was going to read. And I really much recommend this book. It's very fun. This book was fun. It is if you really want to read the book, it's easy to read actually, and it's very interesting, and it's very, very good. And my best character for this book was called Wimpy Kid, so Greg Heffley. And my next book is a Swedish book. And bye bye!